Investigation and action. There's many techniques that are talked about. People talk about focused reviews, comprehensive systematic analysis, a mini RCA root cause analysis, peer review, or root cause analysis. The problem is that the definitions about what these are is actually very vague, and people throw these terms around, and yet if you would look at the criteria by which they judge which of these is complete, they vary quite a bit. So in general, there's been much inconsistency in the definition of what these techniques are, as well as the success in them actually achieving their goal of identifying the problem and then implementing countermeasures that work. As we looked at this with the National Patient Safety Foundation, we tried to understand what are some ways to go forward with this. So we looked at some of the problems with root cause analysis and these other techniques, and we saw that there was a lack of standardized approach, a failure to identify systems level causes when they actually do scrutinize an event. The solutions have often been superficial and of the nature of telling people to be more careful or try harder, which are virtually worthless. Even when good solutions were arrived at, there was not good follow-through and implementation or follow-up. So this hasn't been a real success in the past, and while there have been some successes, they have been pretty much isolated, and the majority have been less than satisfying. So now, while this has gone on for 15 years, we felt that we need to come up with a better approach. And the approach we looked at was what we termed root cause analysis and action, just to try to use a similar term. And the real thing was that root cause analysis, the name itself is a misnomer because it implies that there is only one root cause that underlies a problem. And that is virtually never the case. There's a number of causes, so it should be plural. And then just analyzing, calling it root cause analysis, also is somewhat of a misnomer, because if all we do is analyze and then don't take action to actually mitigate the risk we've discovered, then we've really done very little. So it's really the action one takes. So out of this, the National Patient Safety Foundation came up with RCA2. And the goals here were to standardize the process, use a risk-based rather than severity-based criteria for deciding what would be acted on, a systems-based approach to understanding the causes, come up with actions and ways to improve it that really will work, that will yield sustainable results.